The Aegean Sea and its collection of beautiful islands are framed by the coastlines of mainland Greece and Turkey. Millions of tourists of all nationalities come here every year. 3,000 years ago, it was just as popular. The ports of the Aegean would have been crammed with families, workers, soldiers and kings, travelling for trade and to fight. The cities of ancient Greece were often at war with each other. I want to find out more about this vast and complicated civilization, to dig out the real stories behind the myths.
And I'm not just going to the well-known tourist spots, of course not. I'm headed off the beaten track.
I'm Alice Roberts, and I'm travelling hundreds of miles through what is now Greece and Turkey, looking into the flowering of classical civilization from ancient Greece to the Romans.
Oh my goodness, that's wonderful.
To discover this region's vital role as the birthplace of Plato, Socrates, and Alexander the Great, mythology, theatre, and democracy. I'm in Kusadasa, a port town on the Aegean, and I'm embarking on the final leg of my adventure. My first stop will be the famous ancient city of Ephesus. From Selçuk station, I'll head 45 miles north to the ancient city of Smyrna, modern Izmir, before travelling a further 60 miles to Pergamon, modern Bergama. And my journey ends at the legendary city of Troy. I've arrived in Ephesus, and I'm meeting Nesrine, a local historian.
Nesrine.
Hi, Alice.
Hello.
Welcome to Ephesus.
You know, I can't believe I'm here. This is absolutely fantastic. And this is just the beginning.
Yes.
What's incredible is just the scale of this, isn't it?
The history of Ephesus goes right back to the Neolithic, when early farmers settled here 9,000 years ago. By 3,000 years ago, it had grown into an important Ionian Greek city, and it continued as a regional capital under the Romans. Today, it's one of the ancient world's best preserved sites.
The archaeology that we can see here, do you know when this dates to?
This is 1st century BC till 2nd century AD. And it was the 4th largest city in ancient world.
The 4th largest city?
Yes.
So what were the other 3 then?
Rome,
Yeah.
Alexandria, Athens, and Ephesus.
Really?
Definitely.
Yeah. So
And
incredibly important.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Plus, it was a cosmopolitan city. So there were Greek-speaking people in this area, there are Latin-speaking people, and there were Asian people here, there were Egyptians here. So it was a colorful, a cosmopolitan metropolis of antiquity. Can you believe that 250,000 people lived in the city?
I've heard that estimate. I mean, that seems incredible.
Yes,
But
250,000 people.
Yeah. And what is it that makes Ephesus? Why did it develop here?
We are in between 2 hills,
Yes.
Mount Bilbil and Mount Panayır. So that's naturally a defensible city, and it ends in the harbor, so it's a perfect location to set up a grid plan city.
So if we'd been here in the 4th century BCE, we'd have been looking at the sea just there.
Yes, you would have a sea view down there.
Yeah.
The water used to come that close to the city, and anyone standing on this side would see a wonderful sea view from this point and would see the ships carrying goods to the port of Ephesus back at that time.
It's hard to imagine Ephesus as a port today, but it was on the river Kastros. over time, the estuary has silted up. And today, the shoreline is a staggering 17 miles away. Back in ancient times, the location of Ephesus as a port made it a key trading hub on the Aegean, with the Ephesians becoming very rich.
Imagine that on both sides of us, there used to be pillars like this and a pavement after.
Yeah.
And then the shops. And
So this is the main road.
this is the main road.
The main road of Ephesus.
Ephesus, standing on the very end of the Eastern Royal Road. So the goods of the Eastern world, like spices and silks and cottons and leather,
yeah.
everything, the perfumes.
And
were
then
on
you've got
sale.
everything coming in from the Mediterranean as well.
And yes, the Mediterranean world.
yeah.
Olive oil, wine, they were all here for sale in these shops. And the elite of Ephesians were living in this neighborhood. It was a prosperous neighborhood.
Yeah. Now this is the newly excavated part, isn't it?
Yes, the Pharaoh's houses. This is a wonderful place to get the idea about the domestic life
Yeah.
of the wealthy Ephesians,
Yes.
the rich Ephesians.
The absolute
Yes,
creme de la creme.
creme de la
Yeah.
creme, definitely.
So we need our tickets here.
Yes. Yes, you just put it there. Here you go.
These officers. There's paintings on
All these paintings and the mosaics on the ground. So it is a special place,
It's incredible.
definitely.
Wow.
And we are in the house of number 6, size-wise the biggest house.
Look at this marble.
Yeah, look.
Oh my goodness.
Where we are.
Oh, look
Yes.
at that little niche.
And the water pipe coming down, carrying water here.
They've got running water.
Running water.
In their house. I mean, that's
Definitely.
just amazing, isn't it?
Definitely. Running
Wow.
water, sewage canals, and everything designed for keeping the standards high, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's just strikingly modern, isn't it?
Definitely.
Incredible marble floor as well.
Yes.
Wow. Wonder who lived here.
We know who lived in that place. Their last name was Aptus, was the high priest of Dionysos temple.
Really?
So
Yeah.
he had a key position in the society.
And that makes him a very senior official in the city.
Yes, and a
Yeah.
wealthy merchant. We will go up the steps.
Marble. I mean, it's absolutely dripping with opulence.
Definitely.
Should we go right to the top?
We will. And the interior collection of this house is gorgeous with the floor mosaics. Look at them.
mosaic. Wow.
Look,
A lion.
a lion enjoying his meal. You can see the details there. A beautiful frame around the lion figure
Yeah.
is just stunning. It's beautiful. And the walls, all
Birds painted
Yeah.
in those panels. I mean, that's just gorgeous, isn't it?
definitely.
So when is this abandoned then?
Last quarter of the 3rd century AD, Ephesus experienced a severe earthquake. Then the
Okay.
series of earthquakes demolished the city. So the wealthy people first left
Yeah.
the city
yeah.
because there was no more trade activities in the city. And the city was not that glorious city anymore back in the old days.
Yeah, yeah.
So they left the city.
So you've got several things conspiring to spell the end for Ephesus then. The harbour silting up and then recurring earthquakes causing damage as well.
Definitely.
One of the last earthquakes to hit Ephesus destroyed one of its greatest structures. The great library of Celsus was left in ruins. But in the 1970s, archaeologists recovered and reconstructed the facade of this architectural marvel.
That is beautiful. That is stunning, isn't it?
It is amazing. It's really a masterpiece. Goes back 2nd century AD. And
So it's Roman. what
It
we're
is
looking at.
Roman.
Yeah. But the building is not the first library. The library was famous going back before the Romans here.
before the Romans.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. And this library had 12,000 scrolls in it.
But it's just incredible, isn't it? And there must have been people coming to Ephesus to learn. You know, it had that reputation as a seat of learning.
Definitely.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
as a public library, it
Yeah.
has, it's really important too. When we look at the details, we see an intricate work on the facade of the library. Look, the capitals. Each of them are Corinthian.
Yeah.
Imagine that this is all carved by hand. And
Yeah,
solid
yeah.
marble pillars. You can see there.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Single solid marble piece. We know that till 13th century AD, there was a continuous living on this site.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
not that far.
Yeah,
13th century
yeah.
AD.
All
In
the
terms
people
of
would have been
history,
living here amongst the ruins.
yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
And we've got some inscriptions up here.
Latin.
So we've got Emperor Caesari.
Very last line, Mazias. And on the second block, you can read Mithridates.
Yeah.
Two brothers. They were slaves of Augustus' family, 1st century BC. Due to their good manner, due to their loyalty to the family, they granted their freedom and sent as tax collectors to Ephesus.
Right. Okay.
To show their loyalty to Augustus' family, they wanted to put a mark to the city that they appointed to, and that's the gate giving access to the commercial agora of Ephesus.
That's what we see beyond there. So we've got the library, we've got this magnificent gate, and then we've got the agora, the forum, the marketplace.
Marketplace.
Yeah.
The commercial agora of Ephesus was established in the 3rd century BCE and was like a modern-day market square. Behind the colonnades were 100 rooms serving as shops, workshops and meeting places for guild associations. Just beyond the agora is the vast theatre where the people of Ephesus enjoyed their entertainment.
Should we settle down here? Wait for the performance to start?
Imagine that there are another 25,000 people.
Yeah. I mean,
Plus
it's
us.
absolutely enormous. You know, by today's scale, it's enormous. You know, this would be a huge theatre to go into.
It is the largest in the world
Is it?
with 25,000 people.
Yeah.
Of course, the front seats were for elite.
The elite, the people who lived in those lovely houses
Yes,
would have had a season ticket, wouldn't they?
Yes.
Down the front there.
definitely
And this would have been open.
open.
Yeah, of course. It's far too big to roof over, isn't it? It's absolutely enormous. You think there were gladiatorial events here as well as plays performed?
Yes, yes. Gladiator fights was so popular, and there was a gladiator school in Ephesus.
Right.
Besides this, every 4 years, Ephesus used to organize festivals
Right,
for the
okay.
name of Roman emperors.
Oh, really? Yeah.
was a big
Because it's
thing.
such an important city
Yes,
in the Roman Empire.
capital of Asia Minor province.
Yeah. I think what's astonishing is that it's just all here, as it was in the late Roman period. It is a little bit like Pompeii in that respect, that it just seems to have stopped
Yes.
and then it's been frozen in time.
But it's the destiny of every ancient city.
Yeah.
They're born, they had glorious years, and then they fall down.
Yeah, yeah.
Ephesus is magnificent. It's amazing to be able to explore such an intact ancient city. Tomorrow, I'm back on the train heading north, and I'm going in search of another Greek city which, unlike Ephesus, still thrives to this day. It's early morning in Turkey and time to get back on the train for the next leg of my ancient Greek adventure.
Merhaba. İzmir'e bilet lütfen.
Kaç kişi? How many person? One. One person email, please. Email. Yes, 40 lira, please.
Teşekkür.
Okay, this platform.
Lovely. Teşekkür ederim.
From Selçuk Station, I'm heading 35 miles north to the city of Izmir, ancient Smyrna.
İzmir.
Train travel in Turkey is staggeringly cheap, with most journeys costing just the equivalent of a few pounds sterling.
The face of Ephesus really was sealed by that changing environment, the harbour silting up over time so that eventually ships just couldn't make it all the way through. And at that point, the city really started to fade. It was inhabited for a few centuries after that into the Byzantine period, but eventually it was completely abandoned. And that's really the reason that it's so wonderfully preserved today. Well, I'm on my way to another port city, but this time one that persisted through the centuries, grew bigger and bigger. It was ancient Smyrna, it's modern Izmir. And because that city has just grown through time, I'm really intrigued to see how much of the ancient Smyrna is still here.
Like Ephesus, the port city of Smyrna was an important gateway between Asia and Europe. It continued to be a prominent city within the Byzantine and Ottoman empires, and today Izmir is the third largest city in Turkey.
This is why Izmir is here, the sea. And the port's really busy this morning. I can see ferries coming and going. There's a huge container ship out there. And the city itself comes right up to the seafront. We've got Ottoman era buildings. We've got big modern tower blocks built of glass, steel and concrete. And it just doesn't look like there's any room at all for ancient Smyrna.
But I've been told that if I take a 10-minute walk through the bazaar, I might find what I'm looking for. In the 1930s, floodwaters exposed what appeared to be archaeological remains. Excavations began, and over the decades, archaeologists have revealed one of the most important sites of the ancient city, the Agora.
Merhaba, I have one ticket.
The Agora, as a meeting place and marketplace, was the beating heart of every Greek city. The Romans adopted the same town plan, and here in Smyrna, they just revamped the existing Agora. Around the central courtyard, there's a covered colonnade where citizens could conduct their business sheltered from sun or rain. The buildings behind the colonnade included shops and spaces with civic, legal and religious functions. The Romans added 2 extra stories on top of the original Greek building or stoa. But I'm most impressed by the wonderful basement.
This is a great site. We've got a lot of the archaeology that would have been, in fact, below ground in the Roman period, with those wonderful basements and the water supply to the Agora, and then just a little bit of what would have been above ground, including over there. You can see just the bottom layer, really, of what would have been the town council, the Boulaterion, like a little theatre, and we've just got fragments of 2 rows of seats remaining.
This site is like an oasis in the middle of busy Izmir today, and it's intriguing to wander around it, imagining it bustling with traders and food stalls.
Damakaris, it would have been Damakaris, so someone who is to be remembered for his skills in reconstructing the city of Smyrna after an earthquake. And I presume there would have been a statue of him on top of it.
Damakaris is thought to have been a governor of Asia in the 4th or 5th century CE. And this reconstruction of the city after an earthquake wasn't the first, and it wouldn't be the last.
Maraba, can you take me to Carabel?
Before I leave Izmir, there's one more ancient thing I'd like to see. This time it's not Greek.
So we're headed out of the city, out of Izmir. I think it's going to be about a 40-minute drive up into the hills, up to this pass where there's some very, very ancient rock art. And it's really busy, but this isn't a new thing. This city's been busy for thousands of years.
In the 5th century BCE, Herodotus, the ancient Greek historian, wrote his histories. And in them, he said that on the road from Smyrna to Sardis inland, there was a figure of a man cut in the rock, holding in his right hand a spear, and in his left a bow and arrows. And he also said that there was an inscription on it in ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics.
So hidden.
I need to see this for myself, if I can find it.
Doesn't feel like many tourists come up here. Oh dear, you know, my first thoughts on seeing this are that I'm just gutted. I'm absolutely devastated because this is a rock carving that has survived more than 3,000 years. And in just the last few years, it's been hacked away. So we can see this figure, we can see his head, his arms, he's holding a spear, he's got a bow and arrow as well. And his knees, from the knees down, basically, it's all been hacked away. And yeah, that's really, really recent damage. It's so sad.
Although there's less of it to see today, it seems likely that this is the rock carving mentioned by Herodotus, which he thought depicted an Egyptian conqueror because of these hieroglyphics.
But it's not an Egyptian pharaoh, it's a local king. And those hieroglyphics have now been decoded, they've been read. They're written in a local Anatolian language, Luwian, and they commemorate this king whose name was Tarkus Nawa. He was king of this kingdom of Mira, part of the bigger Hittite Empire in the late Bronze Age.
The carving is thought to date from the 13th century BCE. It was already very ancient when Herodotus wrote about it. As night falls, I'm back on the train for the next leg of my journey, to visit a Greek city that spearheaded an intellectual revolution.
Next stop is Bergama, or as it was known in ancient times, Pergamon. And I'm particularly excited about visiting ancient Pergamon because it was a renowned centre of learning. Its library was second only to the one at Alexandria, bigger than the library at Ephesus. And it was particularly well known for medicine. I'm really interested to go there because it was the birthplace of Galen, who's a famous physician. He started his career in Pergamon. He was learning medicine at the Asclepion, the Temple of Healing there. And later on, he would become doctor to the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius.
Bergama, or as the ancient Greeks knew it, Pergamon, is 60 miles north of Izmir. This train will take me only as far as Soma, where tomorrow I'll complete my journey by taxi. In the second half of the first millennium BCE, empires came and went, but Pergamon was always an important city. It was part of the Persian Empire, then Alexander the Great's Macedonian Empire, and then it was the capital of the smaller kingdom of Pergamon.
There you go, it's so lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you too. Welcome.
Stay in a beautiful place.
Oh, welcome. Upstairs.
A cable car up to an Acropolis. This is just fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I'm taking a cable car with my historian friend Begum. 1,000 feet up to reach the Acropolis on top of this impressive hill. Acropolis means quite simply high city.
Oh, this is lovely. Look, we're about to emerge into an olive grove. And I can see the ancient stones of Bergama at the top of the hill. Or, as I should say, Pergamon. Oh, look, there's some archaeology poking out up there.
Here is called Kale Hill.
What
Hill?
does that mean?
Kale means castle. Castle
Right.
Hill.
Okay, so this is what we're looking at then, the walls of the castle there.
Castle Hill.
Yeah.
If you translate it.
Yeah, with a couple of these towers here. And cattle grazing around them. Oh, look, we're here. We're here. After you, Begum.
Yeah.
From the 3rd century BCE, Pergamon was the royal seat of the Greek king Attalus and his descendants, and an important cultural centre. Like many Greek cities, it had a citadel or acropolis where magnificent temples were constructed, dedicated to Athena, goddess of wisdom and warfare, and Dionysus, the Greek god of wine, as well as a colossal altar to Zeus. The Romans, when they arrived, added a temple to the Emperor Trajan. And down below, there's more architecture hugging the steep hillside.
We are now in the theater.
Oh my goodness, it's just there.
the spectacular Pergamon Theatre.
Look at that. It's incredibly steep. Oh my goodness. The wind is whistling up the steep side of the Acropolis. And then fitted onto the side of the hill here, we've got that theatre. It's so steep.
Very steep. One of the steepest in the ancient world.
Is it really?
Yes.
Yeah, I can believe that. You'd be worried, wouldn't you, if you were sitting up here at the top, that you'd just end up tumbling all the way down to the stage.
The theatre is 36 metres tall, and with 78 rows of seats, it could hold 10,000 people. Pergamon's rulers were patrons of culture. As well as that vast theatre, they built a huge library, transforming the city into a centre of learning.
This is in the second place, one of the largest in the ancient world.
The second largest library in the world.
And it's believed that Marcus Antonius gave 200,000 scrolls to Cleopatra
Yeah.
as a sign, as a
From
symbol.
here.
From here, as
Yeah.
a symbol for his love.
What an incredible gift.
Yeah, yeah.
200,000 scrolls, 200,000 books.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure Cleopatra reads all of
Yeah.
In antiquity, the literature in these libraries would have been handwritten on long scrolls made of either paper-like papyrus or parchment.
Now tell me about parchment, because there's a really interesting story
Yes,
here.
I think the word is very familiar. I mean, parchment, pergamon, pergamonum in Latin, they are all connected. So it's believed that parchment is invented here, and the pergamons, they were the one who first used the parchments. So,
Yeah.
here
So
is...
that's extraordinary. I didn't know that. I mean, I'm obviously familiar with the word parchment, and that is animal skin
Oh, yes.
that's
made
been
from
prepared
animals,
so that you
yes.
can write on it.
Uh-huh.
But it actually derives from
Yeah, here is one of the-
pergamon.
Yes.
Parchment, pergamon.
Yes, he
Yeah.
is one of the very thriving producer of parchment to the other kingdoms
Yeah.
of the Hellenistic world.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that's where the word came from.
Yes.
That's absolutely brilliant. And
Yeah.
it's connected with the second biggest library in the ancient world. It makes sense.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And we'd have been standing right in front of it just here.
There's an incredible collection of monuments up here, but there's one more I just can't wait to see, the Asclepion. A temple dedicated to Asclepius, the god of healing. But in fact, this was more than just a temple. It was a hospital and a medical school. And it was here that one of the most famous doctors in history began his career.
This is where I really wanted to come because I'm a doctor originally and an anatomist, and Galen's such an important figure in the history of medicine.
Yes, he is the founder of modern medicine.
He is, yeah. And this is where he was born, and this is where he studied, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Claudius Galenus, or Galen as we know him, was a Roman physician, surgeon and philosopher. He studied here in Pergamon, but also did his own research, dissecting animals to help him understand the human body.
It's incredible to think of Claudius Galenus, Galen being here.
Yeah.
And
he
learning.
lived here, he taught lectures here. He invented so many medical treatments.
Yeah.
And it's incredible.
And he would have learned, from this incredible library that they had here, and he went to other places as well. He went to Smyrna, he went to Alexandria.
You're right, exactly.
Great centre of learning, especially for medicine, but then came back.
Came back here.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's a brilliant story.
And his writings were just so influential, so powerful. They kept on being the main medical writings right through into the Middle Ages. And he got a few things wrong, but there's a lot he got right.
Yes.
He thought the mind was associated with the brain, for instance, and that was a relatively new idea at the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Galen travelled widely, visiting Smyrna and the Greek islands and mainland in his quest for medical learning. He eventually went to Rome to become physician to the Emperor Marcus Aurelius. And he's still remembered as a pioneer of medicine today.
I'm on the last leg of my journey through ancient Turkey, and I'm on the trail of one of the oldest stories in the world, the story of the Trojan War, the Iliad, as written by Homer. And I've got so many questions. Archaeologists think they found the location of Troy, but how can they be sure? How can they connect those stones to this ancient story, which is more than 3,000 years old? And who was Homer, anyway?
At Soma, I hopped onto the express train. I'm travelling 100 miles north to Balıkesir, the nearest railway station to my next destination, a place that is shrouded in myth and legend, the city of Troy. Nobody really knows who Homer was, or indeed whether he was just one person. But the story of the Iliad is likely to have been passed on through the spoken word for generations before it was written down. It's history that has turned into myth. As well as kings and warriors, it's full of heroes, gods and goddesses. It's the story of a battle that kicks off when a Trojan prince, Paris, steals a Greek queen, the beautiful Helen. Then the Greeks sail across the Aegean to wreak their vengeance on Troy.
Mustafa,
Hello.
really lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, yes.
Thank you very much.
I'm with Mustafa, who grew up in the local area and is an expert in the ancient history of Troy.
2 years ago, I was in a field in England and we were excavating a Roman villa, and I was brushing the dirt away from a mosaic, a beautiful mosaic. And as the mosaic appeared, it was clear what it was depicting. There were two warriors facing each other in chariots. Then there was another panel where one of the warriors was dead and being dragged behind the second warrior's chariot. And then a third panel where a king in a long cloak was begging for the body and paying for the body in gold. And we looked at the mosaic and went, we know this story.
Yeah, it's Troy's story.
It's
Achilles
just-
dragging Hector's dead body
Yeah,
behind his chariot.
yeah,
And then later, Priam, his father, is paying to take his son's dead body.
yeah.
Yeah, Hector's dead body.
Yeah.
Everybody knows something about Troy, you know, like kids in the Western world grow up with wooden horse stories and with Troy
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
How far back do you think this story goes?
I believe Trojan War was an historical fact which took place around 1250 BC.
So late Bronze Age?
Yeah, some storytellers went through from one town to another and told these stories.
Yeah.
And Homer was one of them.
So they're oral histories and
Oral histories.
oral mythology. It's all history mixed up
Exactly,
with myth,
yes,
isn't
yeah.
it? So there's good reason to believe that this is Troy.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, I was born here. And when I was a child, Troy was my playground. And I know the topography very well, especially when I was reading the Iliad. I could easily imagine that now they are here, now they are there. So it fits very well with the descriptions in the, like Mount Ida this way, for example, island of Tenedos there, Imros there, Dardanelles there, rivers there, you know, wind there, everything fits.
And then 2,000 years ago, the Romans also believed that they were founding a city on the site of Troy. They called it New Troy.
Traditions continued. I mean, you don't need to be an archaeologist. I mean, Romans already knew that this was Troy here.
Yeah.
The local people knew what it was all about. I have no doubt.
Can we have a look at your book
Yes.
before we go and look at Troy itself?
Yeah, of course. Okay. A reconstruction how it looked like once, you know,
Yeah.
during the time of the Trojan War. That was the Acropolis. Okay. The plan of Troy.
Yeah, that gives you a good impression of all the different layers
Exactly,
of,
yes.
of archaeology.
It's a bit confusing, actually. I mean, this is the bottom level, for example, Troy 1, smallest, and the larger one, Troy 2. But that's the Homeric one. The pink one is the Homeric period. As soon as you go into the site, you know, you used to see that wooden horse, you know,
Oh, yeah.
which is not there anymore. But we don't know anything about the wooden horse. I mean, we don't
No,
know whether
exactly.
that
We
was
don't
a
know if it
horse
was
or
real.
not, you
No,
know.
no.
And there are different theories about the wooden horse.
Yeah.
I mean, one of them, for
All
example,
you can reasonably say is beware of Greeks bearing gifts.
bearing gifts.
Yeah.
Timeo Danaos et dona ferentes in Latin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think we should go and have a look round, don't
Okay.
you?
Right, okay.
Have you got a raincoat or an umbrella?
I will have one.
In the 19th century, Heinrich Schliemann, a wealthy German businessman, was determined to find the lost city of Troy. Whilst many scholars believed Troy was just a myth, Schliemann was convinced it was true. In 1868, he arrived in Turkey, where an Englishman called Frank Culvert had already started to excavate at the site of Hisarlik Hill. And Schliemann continued the excavations, eventually uncovering a whole ancient city.
So we're going to start our tour from the monumental city walls. So these are the Acropolis walls. We are already inside of the lower town, but outside of the Acropolis.
Yeah. Oh, so as we come up here, you start to appreciate that this really is an acropolis. It really is dominating the landscape all around.
During the time of the Trojan War, it was just like that. Topography was like, as you see, it was described in the Iliad.
So the battle would have taken place down
Exactly, that's the best battlefield in front of us there. Imagine the Greeks attacking from the Dardanelles. Trojans on a commanding spot could easily see them coming, you know. Sometimes the Trojans pushed them all the way to their boats. Sometimes Greeks pushed them all inside of the city walls, you know.
They'd have seen the ships coming.
Yeah, imagine, I mean, thousands of ships, you know, coming here. That's what the Iliad describes. And the Greeks and the Trojans fought for Helen. What do you think about that? Do you think they fought for a beautiful woman?
No, I think they fought for that. For that access between the Mediterranean and the Black Sea.
Yes,
Yeah.
strategical location.
Yeah, yeah.
All economical reasons.
Yeah.
But actually, cause of the war was a beautiful woman, you know. But what you need is an excuse, you know.
Yeah.
I think Helen was a beautiful excuse.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful story.
It's a great story.
Never let the truth in the way of a good story. And I love this story.
And it's persisted all those centuries.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
So when Schliemann found this impressive gateway, he said this was the famous Scaean Gate. Achilles' Hector duel took place just outside of that gate, Scaean, between the city walls and the river Scamander.
Yeah, yeah.
Just imagine that took place just in front of us there. And when I was a child, you know, I was around here, so when I started reading the Iliad, I said, oh, that event took place just in front of us there. So I could easily visualize it, I could imagine it. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a true story, I think.
You think it's true?
Not, yeah, it's not a legend.
Yeah,
It's a true
yeah.
story. You know? I mean, what we have seen, only 10%. 90% still there. There's a lot to do for the art.
Yeah, yeah. Especially in the lower town.
Yeah, especially in the lower town.
Yeah.
I hope they discover new things, and I hope we tell different stories.
The story's still emerging.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you so much. No, it's very special to be shown round Troy by a Trojan.
I'm at the end of my adventure, my odyssey, and I've learned and seen so much. Wow, that's incredible. The ancient Greeks gave us philosophy, science, medicine, art, theatre, and democracy. There's violence in there. And yet at times it was brutal, with Greeks battling it out with Persians, Romans, and between themselves, on land and at sea. And yet at Delphi they worked out a way of coming together, high politics happening alongside festivities and a sporting competition. Ancient Greek civilization flowered in the first millennium BCE, with its ideas flowing on into the Roman period and beyond. A culture born out of the connections offered by the Aegean and the Mediterranean.
May I pick that up?
And I'll treasure the connections I've made, all the wonderful people who've shared their research, their stories, and their passion for ancient Greece.
Archaeology, history, and mythology.
Yes,
it's all
yes.
coming together.
Of course.